Hello Dream City spectators. My name is Jan Goossens, and together with Selma and Sofiane Wissi, founding artists of La Rue, and with our distinguished and warmly welcomed co-curator Horal Kassimi for the Dream projects, we have conceived, the four of us together, a rich, exciting, generous program for the upcoming 2023 edition of Dream City. I will now share with you our program of new works, of Dream guests and Dream concerts. As always, the new works are works made in and for Tunis. Artists from around the world, but especially from Tunisia, have spent 2 years working on these projects in exchange, in dialogue with the Medina, with downtown Tunis, with its spaces, its social and political issues, its populations. And most of these works will not go elsewhere, in any case not in this form. It is new works of art made for and with Tunis. There is a very strong presence of Tunisian artists in this edition, both established and newcomers. I warmly invite you to go and see in the coming weeks Bird, the piece made by Selma and Sofiane, who are in this edition of Dream City for the very first time. At Dar Hassin, Sofiane Wissi will dance with birds and invite us to develop another relationship with living beings other than humans. It is going to be absolutely special, not to be missed. Jalila Bakar, accompanied by Essia Jaibi, will present Stigma, a brand new text in which Jalila tackles once again her intense relationship with Palestine and the Palestinian people. What does it mean for an entire country and people to be erased from the face of the earth? It is promising to be a political but also an intense human statement. I Couldn't See the Moon is what promises to be an exciting, rich exhibition by Fakhri El Ghazal, distinguished visual artist from Tunis, who will share with us his entire production of the past few years. During the pandemic, Fakhri started experimenting with ink and bleach drawings, and all of this production produced during and coming out of the pandemic, reinforced with video animations, will be shared with you during Dream City for 2 weeks, every day to be seen. Leila Dakhli is a fantastic researcher today based in Berlin, but from Tunis. And she comes with her Dream collective of researchers to share with us at Dar Ben Ashur. The entire program, the entire production of maps of dignity that they have produced coming out of their research of the past years, research focusing on popular uprisings since the 1950s in the southern Mediterranean. And of course there are also young artists. Dream City also accompanies new generations. Fetah Kiari and Houssem Bouakrusha are two fantastic and very gifted dancers and choreographers from Tunis, who will present their first piece together on the roof of the Presbytère in the heart of the Medina. And finally, musician Khalil Henteti will take us on a long trip, a long voyage through the entire country and its musical traditions and forms, and will share that with us in the form of a cinema concert, so music, but also images of all the musicians, all the places, all the traditions that he visited. These Tunisian artists are joined by fantastic creators from other countries. who have also engaged with Tunis and the Medina. And I just want to mention a few of these works. Andrew Graham is a British-French choreographer who will be presenting Lines, an inclusive dance, a project made with performers that are both professional and amateur, that are young or slightly older, mothers and children on stage. So a performance at the Stade, the sporting ground of the Hafseya, a performance that very clearly shows that dance is open to everybody, that everybody can be a dancer and a performer. It is promising to be a rich and very moving human and artistic adventure. There is one of the first performances of Sami Balogi, great visual artist and photographer from Lubumbashi in Congo, and he has now assembled around him a cast of fantastic multidisciplinary performers, musicians, a fantastic writer, and together they will tackle a piece of history, the first diplomatic and political exchanges between the Congo and Tunisia, and make that resonate with today's political situation, in which, of course, the relationship between these countries, between the various peoples of Africa, is also a hot and, for us, very important topic. We do not close our eyes at La Rue for climate change. The international group behind Natural Contract Lab will present the results of 2 years of work around Lake Sijumi, and will present a pact with the waters. The idea has been for 2 years to build a strong civic coalition around Lake Sijumi, and bring all kinds of inhabitants, experts together for that lake to be protected, for that lake to be preserved, for that lake to be properly taken care of, as we should do with our entire natural environment. And this project shows that artists and cultural workers also have an important role to play in that. Atlas the Mountain is a new piece, a new solo piece that basically deals with the same question. Radwan Mriziga, Brussels-based Moroccan choreographer and regular guest of Dream City, is again working with the results and the rich heritage of Amazigh cultural history, now focusing on the mountain, the Atlas Mountain, as a place of refuge, as a sanctuary place, and it will be fantastic to see Radwan back on stage again at Darlasram. And finally, Gwal is a co-creation in the hands of Portuguese choreographer Felipe Lourenço, a co-creation of French and Tunisian performers, starting from the Alawi Moroccan-Algerian war dance, reserved traditionally to men, that Felipe is now opening to a mixed cast of fantastic male and female French and Tunisian performers. These are all the new works that we are presenting. These are all the works that we are inviting you to come see during Dream City, because you will not see them anywhere else. But as usual, we also add invitations to that. So we have a fantastic theater director, Michael Disanka, coming from Kinshasa with his new piece dealing and speaking about patriarchy. Nessi Padiri will be presented at the Rio Theater. Nasa for Nasa is a company of two young dancers and choreographers, female choreographers from Cairo, who will be with us. And Tanya El Khouri is by now an established creator from Lebanon that has made new work for Dream City in the past and will now be with us with the search for power about the electricity crisis in her hometown of Beirut. That of course resonates with what we are living and experiencing around the world. And finally, in these dream guests, we also have really established reference artists. So Dream City is very happy to have Rabia Mroué, the great Lebanese theater maker, come with his non-academic lectures. Anne-Theresa de Keersmaker, really important reference choreographer from Brussels in Belgium, will be performing Bach's Goldberg variations together with the absolutely stunning pianist Alain Franco. And finally, FLOE by Jean-Baptiste André is a beautiful circus piece, one body, one big object in the public space of Place de la Victoire. And finally, of course, music, party are also important elements of Dream City. We will be with fantastic African musicians and singers at the Hafsea and at the Théâtre Municipal. It is very important for us to have Al-Sarah, a great singer from Sudan, who was in Dream City last year, but at the Municipal with us now in the heart of the Medina at Place de la Hafsea. And we are also very proud that Sona Jobarte, great singer and only female kora player from the African continent, from the Gambia, will be with us at Théâtre Municipal. And finally, also a great French electronic rock band, Alcazar, at the Hafsea on the first Saturday of the festival. So a rich mix of new works, of invited performances, of concerts. We will have a festival shift Leili every night at the Hotel Saint-Georges in the Lafayette area, with great musical programming as well. There will be room for public debates during the Atelier de la Ville Rêvée, also focusing on climate change. So there is new cultural and artistic impulses. There is room for party and music, and we will also think and exchange and try, all of us together, to have a good time, to come together in the safe space and the shared space that Dream City tries to offer. And out of that safe space and out of that shared space, we will dream of a better future. Please be welcome.